from the grassroots, connecting people and sharing ideas.
Hey, we are back again. This is Arlene.
And this is Grace.
And with us is Yasmin Rasyid.
Hi, good morning again,
Good
ladies.
morning. We have another guest. His name is Faisal, but he will be joining us. Fadzil.
Yeah, Fadzil.
Fadzil, sorry. He will be joining us in a bit. So, Yasmin, today we have a topic that a lot of people are actually quite interested to discuss about, which is about beauty.
Beauty, especially for ladies.
Especially for ladies. All of us love beauty, but we don't know that when it comes to beauty, it involves a lot of the beauty products involve a lot of chemical products, and this chemical might be harmful to our skin, to our own well-being. With a company called Tanamera, which is actually, it means red earth in Malay, is trying to advocate for a beauty that is more eco-friendly and more nicer, kinder to our skin and our well-being. So we have here Yasmin Rasyid and also Fadzil. Fadzil. I always pronounce it wrongly. So you are the head of Tanamera Tropical Spa.
One of them, actually.
One
three
of them.
Of us, yeah.
Oh, there are three heads. Just like Medusa.
Yeah, like the Hydra.
Hydra.
Don't go away.
So let's begin by just sharing with us your background.
Well, actually, this is a family business. I mean, we get a lot of our knowledge from my mom. She's a traditional herbalist. I mean, a third-generation traditional herbalist. And what me and my siblings did is that we just took all this really traditional knowledge and then we modernize it. But what we realize is that when we want to modernize things is that a lot of the whole principle of natural product, traditional medicine people have forgo it because they have add a lot of chemical, preservative. Like if, for example, if, the whole idea of a pickle generally is a preservative, but now they add sodium benzoate in the pickle. So you have a pickle that is naturally preservative. Now they add more preservative inside it to make it last longer. And sodium benzoate is very, very dangerous in a large consumption. I mean, even small consumption. So it doesn't make sense. So that is what we have been doing with Tanamera for the past, I think, 10 years. Yeah.
And Yasmin Rasyid, how do you get to know Tanamera and somehow get Ecoknights and Tanamera to collaborate together for the film festival?
We've met many years back.
I can't remember, actually.
Yeah. I can't remember how we met.
Okay.
But it was, I guess, by the cosmic powers somehow. And I think Tanamera was also exploring to work with an NGO partner then to look at as a CSR partnership. And then from then onwards, I think what happened was a lot of the activities that we had, we made sure we had Tanamera on board. And because also we believe a lot in what the philosophy of Tanamera is. And what's beautiful about it is also 100% Malaysian.
Proudly so.
Yeah,
Malaysian
so it's
made.
all locally produced. Locally produced. So in terms of a success story of a local brand that champions, healthier products for women as well, and we felt that this partnership was very synergized for us to work together.
And when it comes to beauty, do you think Malaysians in general are conscious about their beauty?
I think too conscious but not aware. That is the problem, I mean, the beauty market is basically one market that have never gone down worldwide. No matter how rich or how poor a country is, everybody want to be beautiful. And of course, I'm not talking only about ladies, men too. If you realize there's a lot more and more men product in the market, and even pets now.
And And
Yeah,
also,
it's true. It's not a pet.
You're gonna have a pet range?
Yes, soon.
and also there's a lot of industry right now grow because of beauty. For example, the slimming industry and spa and all that. So when people think about beauty, they don't necessarily think about whether the products are harmful to the skin or not. They just want
the result.
it's the result. They just want to achieve. For example, in Asia, there's this craze of
whitening.
wanting whitening skin products. Do you think whitening products are harmful to the skin?
No. Generally, I mean, being a very fair person myself,
I can see.
I really dislike the fact that I can't go under the sun because within 15-20 minutes my skin just get burned, But this obsession with being white, I personally don't agree with it. Because I think if God want to make you dark, and then you are dark. But there are many ways on. If a person, if this, like what I always, because I give a lot of talks. So when a person is fair, the skin doesn't necessarily look good. In the Malay we say tak ada nur, tak ada cahaya. There's no glow. And a person can be dark and then become hitam manis, right? And it's beautiful. So this obsession. Yes, it does fuel the huge industry for whitening product. But unfortunately, the way, I mean, you can get A to Z, but there's many parts on how you can, make your skin fairer. Unfortunately for the market is that patience is not really
They always opt for this thing called bleaching, which I don't quite understand.
Well, basically, one of the most common
bleaching.
ingredient they use is this thing called hydroquinone. And hydroquinone, basically what it does, it bleach your melanin. And bear in mind, your melanin was created for a purpose, which is actually to protect yourself from the sun.
It's a natural
Sun
sunscreen.
protection. Yes, it is a natural sunscreen. And when a person is dark, they can last in the sun longer. A bleached person like me can't last in the sun at all. But everybody want to be white. I mean, this is unfortunately post-colonial mentality that everybody have to look white. So the way that they use it, which is by the use of hydroquinone, it is extremely dangerous. It is banned in virtually every part of the world. It is banned in Malaysia for more than 20 over years. But of course, people don't really care. People just want to be white. That is a problem.
But the ones they get, they started using all this whitening products, they get addicted to it, not only themselves, but also the skin. So once they stop using it, sometimes they get the side effect.
No, actually, by using it itself, you will get a side effect.
By going fairer and fairer.
No, it's not that. Because what happened is that, okay, I give an example. I mean, there's a reason why most Asian in the tropical belt are darker. Because our sun is stronger. This is part of nature. But of course, over the years, intermarriage and all that make people generally fairer. I mean, I have Chinese blood. I have Thai blood. So that make me fairer a bit.
And Thai are even more obsessed with fair skin.
Oh, actually, everybody is. The only people who are not obsessed with fair skin is like Californian, because everybody want to be dark in California.
They want to be tan.
Yeah, they want to be tan. So because hydroquinone itself is once you start removing those melanin, and if you do not know how to protect yourself against the sun, so what you get
Burnt.
hyperpigmentation, you get burn, and I've seen people who completely the skin become, the Malay word is lebam, like really
Like
burn,
bruise.
really bruise, and it is really, really scary. And sometimes when I try to talk to them, I say, why are you using this product? Oh, it's working, that's why it's like this. The mentality itself is almost impossible to change. That's the problem.
Painful beauty.
So you for Tanamera, you created this line of products and also services where beauty is based on whether it's eco-friendly or it's planet-friendly. Why so? Why you think about creating those line of products?
I think, well, maybe because of our background is one, and two is I think maybe because we do travel a lot. From the business sense, we know this is a trend that is going to start going big. The trend that everybody will follow because people are becoming smarter. I mean, there's the internet, there's a lot more reading material, a lot more research, and the big companies are having less sway on the information that they release. because of the power of the internet, and also because of our own personal conviction. Now, for example, some of the product that I created are basically for my nephew and nieces, because I've seen, over the years of reading and all that, I've seen that there's so many dangerous chemicals. The tenet of Tanamera, there's three. There's one, you have to be eco-friendly. That's extremely important. Like for all our surfactant, like body wash, shampoo, and all that, we use no petroleum ingredient, no sodium lauryl sulfate. We only use plant surfactants. So that's why if you use I will not market Tanamera, sorry. If you use an eco-friendly product, one of the things that you realize, even if you've been bathing every day, you realize there's a bit of slime on the floor that you have to wash off. If you use an eco-friendly product, there won't be any slime because the water would just break it up. A petroleum ingredient will not break it up, so you have to remove that slime. And those type of stuff goes into the water system. So you have to be aware. Then, of course, we don't use it on... you have to be human-friendly. Every ingredient have to be safe. There's nothing dangerous about it. And I'm not talking about immediate safe, but long-term. And the third one, of course, is animal-friendly. We don't test on animal. We test on nephew and nieces and friends.
Oh, my God.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
What's the point of testing on an animal? Animal can't tell you anything. Right?
They don't need to be whiter too.
Yeah, they don't need to be whiter.
But one thing I'm quite curious, like, are you creating this line of product because you gain inspiration with companies, global companies that have made it, like the Body Shop?
Not the Body Shop, but there are companies that we admire. Of course, companies like Aesop, Living Nature, and all that. Real natural product companies. Body Shop have done a great job with creating awareness and all that. But when it comes to ingredient, there are other companies that we emulate, that we admire, we want to be like. Aesop is definitely one on the top of the line. It's a medium-sized company, and fantastically formulated product, and they focus a lot on natural ingredients. See, because the whole idea of natural ingredient, unfortunately, the consumer have been lied to for so long. You've seen product that have with rose essential oil, and then one bottle of 500 liters is selling for maybe 25 ringgit with rose essential oil. Rose essential oil costs about 25 to 30,000 US dollars per kilo. How is that even possible? Because there are no regulation, there are no control. Even the word organic, there are no control, no regulation. I can make 100 tons of claims and nobody is wiser. It depends how big your marketing machinery is to con people in a way.
It's the labeling as well sometimes.
So when it comes to pricing, like the more expensive products and also generic products are no different, or do they really have differences when it comes to the result and also whether it's safe or not?
Pricing is all depend on how much marketing they put inside. We have reasonably priced product, but no, by virtue of a natural product ingredient itself, the price definitely have to be more expensive. I'll give you an example. A common preservative is EDTA or potassium sorbate and all that, cost 25 ringgit per kilo, and you basically use 0.2%. Our preservative, Cosupropin, costs about 1,200 ringgit per kilo, and you have to use about 2%. So the match itself, natural ingredients are much more expensive. But over the years, because of the consumer, and there's more awareness, and a lot of people do not even like to use the word, do want to even use parabens anymore. So there is a bigger demand for natural preservatives. So as consumers started demanding it, the volume started, industry started using it, the volume started going up, and the price usually goes down a bit.
So the market of scale would definitely
yes.
price down those more eco-friendly products. I want to touch more about this talk called Dangerous Beauty.
Okay.
You shared with us earlier on about the danger of some of the chemical products, but about the talk, what can participants expect?
Well, I always warn the participant is that, if you want to listen to my talk, you have to be prepared, because by the end of the talk, then you would not bathe with bathe, brush your teeth, use a shampoo or anything like that, you'll be very stinky. Of course, towards the end, I always say you can always use Tanamera, but there's a bit of marketing there. And I'm very fair. I use a lot of other example of good quality product. So basically, is the whole idea of the talk is actually to create awareness for people to take charge of their daily regime. It's not a lot of changes, honestly speaking. Like for example, do not use fluoridated toothpaste. And people say, oh my God, then we've been taught that if we don't use fluoridated toothpaste, our teeth start falling off. I said, no, it won't. I haven't used fluoridated toothpaste for 25 years.
What's the danger?
It's toxic.
Sodium fluoride
Fluoride.
is toxic.
It's toxic.
There's no two ways about it. No matter how people try to say otherwise, sodium fluoride is toxic. I just put up a statement on my Facebook about saying that sodium fluoride causes more cancer than any other ingredient known to man. And but it is good for the enamel of the teeth. I'm not saying that it's not.
Just don't swallow it.
No, unfortunately, your mouth absorbs everything. The mucous membrane is in the mouth. But the problem with sodium fluoride is that it is good for the teeth, but it causes a lot of other harm. And people said, oh, but they use very, very little. How long have you been brushing your teeth?
Not to mention the fluoride in the water as well.
Are we still fluoridating water?
Peninsula, yes, most of it is for fluoridize, if you can call that word.
Fluoridize.
And Sabah, I think there's a movement coming up because there are apparently many parts of Sabah don't have fluoride in the water, but they want to do it. So there are some people coming up right now.
Is it the easier way to clean the water with fluoride?
Well, I think maybe if you put the story back 25 years, maybe.
The quality of the water.
Yeah. But today, what's scary is as a consumer, you don't have an option to say whether you want a fluoride water or you don't want fluoride water. I think that's the fundamental aspects here. How can you choose not to have water?
I read many years ago a WHO study that was done on countries that have fluoridated their water and no country that have not fluoridated their water, and the percentage of plaque difference is almost negligible.
Yeah.
So it is really
so
on the diet.
Is in question right now.
Yeah, because what they did is that they start identifying more European, Western countries and all that, where the food and the diet, the hygiene is so much better compared to third world country. Of course, you're talking about that's not fair. But when they start doing a more in-depth research, I wish I can find that paper again that I read. It shows that there's almost no difference at all. And but what's interesting enough is that countries that do fluoridate their water, then there was a higher percentage of childhood leukemia or things like that. So you start to wonder. I'm not saying, I can't dare to say that online, but these are statistics.
Another point that I want to highlight is about the green vibes. So it would be also under the Tanamera initiative.
Tanamera has we're very proud to have Tanamera on board because they've decided to actually also reach out to the younger generation with music, and they will be hosting the Green Vibe session of the Kuala Lumpur Eco Film Fest. So at the festival, obviously there would not be a festival without the musical performances as well. And we've partnered with the Bee and Tanamera, and we've got a lineup of performers that will be singing there. And I believe we're having lots of activities over there. If you come by to the Green Vibes and you bring items that you can donate, like clothes at the Bee, and any donors can redeem some really nice, awesome goodies from Tanamera. So we're doing a lot of engagement.
This is our third year, right?
Yeah.
Our third year, It's always fun.
The Green Vibes will be on Sunday, 19th of October, 3 to 9 p.m. And at the Bee Publica. While the talk itself, when it would be? The Dangerous Beauty Talk.
The Dangerous Beauty Talk will be on 18th October. It's a Saturday from 4 to 5:30 at Blackbridge Publica. It's the same place we did it last year. And if you can pre-register via the Tanamera Tropical Spa Facebook group, and you actually qualify for some exclusive Tanamera tokens. Seats are quite limited.
Yeah,
at the
this is quite a small area. Actually.
Yeah, so whoever gets ready to register first will probably be walking home with some awesome goodies.
How can they get more information about this, about Tanamera, and also about the green vibes and the talk itself?
Well, for the Tanamera talk, as well as all the promotions and awesome activities held by them, it would be, I guess, going to our Facebook page, Kuala Lumpur Eco Film Festival. Tanamera also has its Facebook page, Tanamera Tropical Spa Products.
Yes.
And I think both Facebook pages would be carrying information about the talk.
we're making it more exciting this year. We have some Twitter competition. We have some, I don't know, my nephew is planning some stuff. So, the thing is that one of the aspiration that we have is actually we just want to target the younger generation, not to sell the product. Of course, if they buy, alhamdulillah. But the thing is that
to create the awareness about eco-friendly or the importance of preserving the environment by opting for more chemical-free products.
More importantly is their safety. I remember when I was much younger, long time ago, that when somebody
you don't look old, by the way.
I'm not young, by the way. No, natural product makes a lot of difference. When I was younger, when we hear that somebody have cancer, it was like, wow, my God. Because these are the standard that I give when I give talk. I just ask how many people here knows immediate family or friends who have cancer. Almost 100% of the audience will put up their hand. WHO have estimated in 2020 there is going to be a cancer tsunami. This is a WHO
2020.
In 2020.
For our Wawasan 2020, we will have a cancer
Everybody
tsunami.
talk about 2020, good or bad, There's going to be a cancer tsunami where 240 million new cancer patients worldwide. Why is that? With all the advantage that we have with our life,
especially
technology,
the modern society,
Exactly. One of how many Americans now suspect cancers carriers is not carriers, sorry, cancers potential victims. So 240 million.
It's an epidemic.
It is an epidemic.
Yeah.
It is an epidemic
Yeah.
now. So some of the users of Tanamera are basically ex-cancer patients. Because, for example, the thing is that if you have cancer, you become a label reader. You started doing a lot of research to find out what is dangerous, what is not dangerous, and all that. Yeah, of course, if you really try to find whether officially it is dangerous, no, because most of this ingredient that we consider is dangerous is considered as grass, generally regarded as safe by the US FDA, and the whole world follow US FDA punya standard. So that's where the problem is. Paraben is considered as grass.
I want to know, like, for young women like myself and also Grace, what is the essential beauty regime or beauty secrets, I guess, that we should somehow practice in our daily routine in order for us to stay, beautiful, but at the same time, be more conscious about the threats of chemical products.
But also, in addition to Arlene's questions, we can't ignore the media, how all the celebrities, all those people are portraying and that they're promoting the products. That's why the audiences like us, we get affected by all those messages that are delivered by the media itself. So how do all those companies approach the media? Do you have any approach to the media to educate people in that sense?
Well, we definitely don't have the budget to fight. I mean, like one very popular brand of skincare products spend in Malaysia itself $1 million a month. Just
Not Malaysian ringgit, US dollar.
No, US dollars a month just
Billboards,
on
advertisements.
and 60-70% of the cost, well, not 60, maybe 40% of the cost of the product might even be just on advertisement. You're paying for the advertisement and all that. So the only way for people to be free from the shackle of advertisement is actually, the influence of advertisement is actually to be more aware. They have to be label readers. And I challenge people, say, by all means, do not believe everything that I say. do your own reading. There are amazing books out there that you can read. Online is take everything with a handful of salt. I'm not
So
even
you will encourage more people
course.
to find more sources to find more
Of
about
course.
it.
I mean, I might be lying just to sell Tanamera. By all means, challenge me. People complain, say, how come you have so many little ingredient on all your packaging? We can't even read it. I said, the point is that we want to be transparent. Every single ingredient that we put is on our label.
Right.
We don't just put like just put like, oil of damask rose, and that's it. It might be 0.001%. What happened to 99.999%?
Could be just petroleum oil.
Exactly. So we are transparent. We put everything there. You have to use a magnifying glass to look at it, but it is there. The information is all there. Online, all our ingredients, everything is there. Transparency is something. Sorry, back to your question. Okay. The only thing that usually when I tell people, if there's one thing that you get out after listening to my talk, is actually to use non-fluoridated toothpaste. That's one. Two, I think for any beauty regime, you always start with cleansing. Use a gentle cleanser. That's very, very important. Because when you start using very strong cleansers for the face and all that, you would start you have to top it up. You have to add more oil on your skin and all this other stuff. I'll give you one if you just want to have only one thing that you want to use for the rest of your life, only one thing, use virgin coconut oil.
Oh, yes. I
That's
heard a lot
amazing.
about coconut
On your
oil.
face.
On the face.
And the hair?
Huh?
What
The hair, the face, drink. I just took like 2 tablespoons every morning. It's fantastic. It gives you a lot of energy. It helps you to burn fat. Can you be used for the hair? Can be used for the face. It is a fantastic makeup remover.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we are at the end of our show now. One last question before we end is, in conjunction with Malaysia Day, which is tomorrow, we want to know, what is your ideal Malaysia and what kind of message you want to send to our fellow Malaysians?
My ideal Malaysian is a mamak.
A mamak.
You know mamak? Because basically, it is one institution that you can drive a BMW, you can drive a Porsche, you can drive a Kanchil, you can still go and eat. You are Malay, Chinese, Indian, Serani, white, you still go and eat. And nobody even look at it twice. That is my ideal version of Malaysia, a mamak restaurant.
It's interesting.
And what about you?
I don't know how I can top what he said. Because I went to a quick reflexology, and there was a football match 2 nights ago. And you're right, I saw a wide range of cars and a wide range of people, but at the end of the day, because of that semangat, that spirit for football, there's no barriers.
Yeah.
For me, I think my ideal Malaysia, did you say, is to be one that is more seeking of knowledge. I think today this generation of Malaysians are a big group of people who get spoon-fed by information here and there. So I think we
and
need
some
to
are just blindly follow the majority.
Yeah, we fail to question sometimes, these things. And I hope if we can just have an alternative or seek for a different perspective, I think it will make our own mindset a little bit more global.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.